Building a home in the year 2023 could be like playing Russian Roulette, a potentially lethal game of chance, but with multiple revolvers. There are loads of potential dangers of building a home in a stable market, so the risk is much higher in a crazy or unpredictable market like we're experiencing right now. As a new home construction expert, I've personally guided hundreds of individuals through the home build process. At this time, I cannot recommend that you build a home, though there are some exceptions and things to keep an eye on. When you're done watching this video, you'll understand why building a home in 2023 could be a colossal mistake, and the signs to look for to know when it's safe to build a house. Be sure to watch to the end, where I'll share the best strategy for those who choose to build a home in this market. In 2021 and 2022, many who built a home got put through the ringer. In all honesty, so did the builders, as they dealt with supply chain issues and labor shortages. These problems drastically increased the cost of construction and delayed homes by months. A lot of builders gave buyers an ultimatum: pay more for the house or we'll cancel you. And some builders didn't even give people the option. They just canceled contracts, jacked up the price, and resold the properties. Most who built during this time had to wait several months beyond the normal time frame for their home to be completed. Sadly, some of you are still waiting. The list goes on, but I'm going to focus on 2023 and not the past, though we're likely to experience some similar challenges. Now, I should clarify, I'm not saying you shouldn't build a house no matter what. For some of you, building might be your best or only option. And as the year rolls on, building a home may become a better alternative. But I'd like to reiterate that should you choose to build a house in 2023, your risk will be much higher than what you'd expect in a normal market. I'll make several important recommendations at the end of this video for those who decide to build a home. Now, I kind of hate to admit it, but I spent over 15 years on the dark side representing multiple home builders. I've represented some of the nation's largest home builders, smaller local builders, and even a custom home builder. I know the inner workings of home builders, and I'm not gonna hold anything back, though I will add a disclaimer. There are some great builders, and many of the items on this list do not apply to them. Today, I'm gonna share the top 10 reasons you should not build a home in 2023. But there's one threat not on my list because it applies to everyone who builds a home at any time, not just in 2023. It's that nasty little one-sided home builder contract. Builder contracts are filled with landmines and written to protect them and not you. Because builder contracts are so lopsided, they were able to manipulate their buyers when the market suddenly shifted, and there was nothing anyone could do about it. This will not be any better in 2023. You should know that the builders can cancel you at any time and for any reason. They can increase your price even after you've signed a final price addendum. And they will not give you a specific closing date, which means they can take 2 years to build your house and there's nothing you can say. But of course, the builders want you to close immediately upon completion of the house, and they will charge you a late fee if you don't sign on the required date that they gave you. Before you accuse the builder of delaying your home on purpose, remember that they don't get paid until you close on the home, and it's their money on the line, so it is in their best interest to complete the house as quickly as possible. Okay, here's the top 10 reasons you should not build a house in 2023. Number 1, it's stressful. With so much turmoil and confusion, building a home is riskier than ever. A lot can go wrong during the home build process, and it's more than some people can handle. Believe it or not, building a house is one of the leading causes of divorce. If you're easily frazzled, you may want to consider other options. And guys, here's some potential marriage-saving advice. Step out of the way and let your lady build the house the way she wants. Yes, you should get the things that are important to you, like a 3-car garage, a home office, or whatever. But when it comes to picking the colors or materials, your opinion really isn't needed. Just trust me on this. If you're one of those fellas that really cares, just be sensitive to the fact that your sweet wife has been dreaming about having a home since she was a little girl. The rest of the items on the list will help you understand why building a home can be so overwhelming. Number 2, huge delays. This is something most people who built a home last year had to deal with, and it's something you should be prepared for as well. The build timeline from breaking ground to completing the home is about 4 months, but it does not include the 3 to 5 months from the time you write the contract to when the builder starts to build your house. So if you're starting from scratch, be prepared for an 8 to 9 month period before your house is completed. Beware though, the time frame I just laid out is for a normal market. We are not in a normal market, which means you should expect delays. It could easily take several additional months to build your house in today's market. There are 2 major factors leading to the massive delays that builders will need to deal with again in 2023. And this leads me to number 3, labor shortages. Because there are not enough skilled workers to build the homes, materials often sit for several days or weeks waiting for the right trade to come available to do the work. With each passing day, those waiting for their house to be built get more and more frustrated. As tradesmen rush from one job to the next, and as builders desperately hire anyone, properly trained or not, to do the work, the speed and the quality of construction decreases. I'll talk more about this in a minute. The other issue causing major delays is, number 4, supply chain issues. We are currently suffering from a lack of building materials. This is causing huge delays as builders wait for the appropriate supplies to arrive so they can build your home. One tiny delay can cause a massive ripple effect, slowing down the progress of the house by months. And as I mentioned just a moment ago, when the product finally arrives, often there's no one available to start. I believe that labor and material shortages will become less of an issue as the year rolls on. But for the time being, be prepared for longer than normal build times. Now, there are 2 major challenges caused by the shortages in labor and supplies. The issue causing the most problems is, number 5, the increased cost to build. Home builders have no choice but to charge more to construct a house because their costs have skyrocketed over the last year or so. And inflation tends to increase the cost of goods, so there's a good chance that the cost of construction will increase in 2023. But nationwide, we still have a housing shortage, and home builders will continue to fight over supplies. This will also increase your cost to add upgrades at the design center. The other issue caused by material and labor shortages is, number 6, poor quality of construction. There are 2 issues that should concern anyone who builds a house. First, there's a good chance some individuals working on your house will not be trained properly or simply don't have enough experience. These individuals are more likely to make mistakes. Second, increased material costs and lack of available products will tempt builders to look at other, cheaper options to save money and so they can keep the home build process moving. More than ever, home builders are dealing with customers who are not happy with the quality of construction. This leads me to number 7, warranty issues. Builders are being overwhelmed by warranty requests, which means it's taking longer for them to respond to your issues. And smaller issues are often ignored as the builder deals with real problems. Some builders don't honor their warranty, while others have unorganized warranty departments or poor systems in place. Let me remind you that all builders were not created equally. Even in this market, some builders are doing a great job. At the end of this video, I'll explain how to find the best home builder where you live. Okay, moving on. Number 8, you're just a number. Large national home builders are the worst offenders, but many smaller home builders also act as if you're not important. To them, you're just the 10th buyer of the month, or the 190th buyer of the year, or maybe the buyer on lot 107. To make matters worse, some builders make little to no effort to keep you updated on the progress of your home. Number 9, lack of inspections. Before you sign a contract, confirm that the builder will hold the following important appointments: a pre-construction meeting, a 4-way, and a final walkthrough. The pre-construction meeting will prepare you for the home build process and allow you to confirm one last time that everything is correct on the plans. At the 4-way, you can see the plumbing, electrical, and etc. before the sheetrock is installed, confirming everything is in the right place. And the final walkthrough allows you to see the home one last time before you close to confirm everything has been done correctly. Number 10, inflation and mortgage rates. This is my number 1 reason you might not want to build a house in 2023. We're in a volatile market and things can change quick. If mortgage rates jump, you might not be able to close on your house, or you may end up with a super high monthly house payment. Thanks to inflation, the cost to build could continue to increase, and the builder could also raise the price that you agreed upon. This scenario has been playing out over the last year or so, and most builders are not returning people's earnest money. I wouldn't be surprised to see the cost of construction increase, but should inflation be tamed, mortgage interest rates would likely decrease. I believe the housing market will stabilize and that mortgage rates will come back down to the 5% range before the end of 2023. But recently increasing rates have put a lot of people in dire situations, and I don't want to see that happen to you. Should you choose to build, be prepared for the worst and always use a realtor with new home construction experience. If you live in Utah, that's me. The builder will actually pay your agent. It's true. So it won't cost you a dime to have professional representation on your side. Now, as promised, here's my best strategy for those of you who like a new home but don't want to deal with all the risk. Option number 1, ask your realtor to search homes that are 3 years old or newer. There are some beautiful homes that still feel brand new, where the owner has installed the fence, full landscaping, and customization to the home. I just got an incredible deal on an investment property that's less than a year old and in immaculate condition. Option number 2, look at the spec homes, aka quick move-in homes that the builders have available or coming soon. You might find a beautiful brand new home and not have to go through the process of building. And I know that many of you want to know what signs to look for to know when it's safe to build a house. I'm watching for two things. The first sign will be a trend that inflation numbers are coming back in line. That will tell us that the economy is recovering. The second thing I'm watching is mortgage interest rates. I've mentioned this before, but Altos Research did a study that found when rates had settled in around 5 or 5.5%, we could see buyer support. So when rates go back to that range, more buyers will enter the market. When these two things happen, the market will start to recover and you should be safe to build. When the time comes to build your home, it's more important than ever that you select a good home builder. I highly recommend that you watch How to Find the Best Home Builder. You may also want to see how a home is built, the 4-way process, and the final walkthrough. These videos should help you avoid many of the common pitfalls when building a home. Look for the links to these videos below. If you're looking to buy, sell, build a home, or invest in Utah real estate, I get contacted all the time. Please feel free to call or text me with your questions. I'd love to meet you, and I'm honored to serve you. For everyone else, please feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section below. I always do my best to respond to each one of you. If you have a friend or a family member looking to build a home, you can easily text this video to them. And please, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below and ring the bell to be notified each time I post new videos. Also, you can find me on Instagram at Ty the Real Estate Guy. If you found this information helpful, please give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to ring that little bell below. It'll make you feel good.